So it looks like it's on. I'm very sorry about this, but I'm trying to go look on Facebook to see if it shows up there, and for some reason it's there we go. Now we're up. Okay. All right. Well, it says we're live. Oh, we're good now?
Yeah, you've been perfect.
No, it went off.
It was been on for me.
For like the whole time?
Yeah.
I deleted the first one and came on to this one.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, let's get ourselves into a still mood and get ourselves thinking about something that might be able to help us tonight. We've been talking all week about what happened at the Sea of Reeds, and there's one thing that I haven't talked about at all, which is miracles. The splitting of the Sea of Reeds is one of the great miracles in the Bible, right? I mean, it is a miraculous scene. A sea splits so people can go through. It's a miracle, right? I mean, the plagues are miracles too. These are things that are beyond the natural world. So the question comes up, right? Do we believe it? The question comes up, like, do we really think that the Sea of Reeds parted? And is that story true? And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter. And you're talking to somebody who, it's very hard to convince me that something is true. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. The concept and idea of miracles, the idea that something could happen to save us in what seems to be a miraculous way for us, and it may not even be a miracle, but this miracle that takes place in the Torah reminds us to think about that concept of a miracle. And when I think of a miracle, I think of life itself. It's just an incredible miracle. That each one of us is alive is a miracle. That we can go through our day and we wake up and our heart's beating and our breath is working. That's a miracle. That we can be in a home or watch a meditation on a computer or on a phone. That's a miracle. And that when we think of miracles, I generally had thought of miracles as like, something that happens that you think is impossible, but it happens. That's the way I've always thought about a miracle. But I don't think of it that way anymore. I think of miracles as those things that occur that are just like you could describe them as miraculous because the chances of it are so small. And that's why I think of life that way. I did a study many years ago for a sermon on Yisker, which was about what are the odds that one human being is even born, like that you're here or that I'm here. What are the odds that that happens? And if you Google that, you'll find it's like 10 to the 477,000th power that any one being comes into existence. And the thing that's the most miraculous, and this is kind of like is, think about this. Every single person from the beginning of time, every person that came before you in your family tree, right? So you're going back and 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 back, I'd say millions of years. Every one of those people had to live long enough to have a child in order for you to be here. Every person. If one was killed because of some flu, you wouldn't be here. If someone was, run over by a chariot in the year 30 BCE, you wouldn't be here. But every human being that came before you lived to the age to be able to have children. That's a miracle. And so our lives just on their own are miracles. The fact that the sun rises every single day, that's a miracle. That the moon keeps us bright at night, miracle. that it rains to keep the grass and the flowers and the trees going. That's a miracle. That we have an ecosystem where everything depends upon each other. That is a miracle. So when we think about the Sea of Reeds parting, and we think of that as a great miracle that happened, that's only the tip of the iceberg. Because every life that was saved there is a miracle. That a leader would come along to help the people is a miracle. And literally, everything we think of, we can think of that way, which leads us to one place. Gratitude. Thank God I'm alive. Thank God I'm here. That I have my life. I have my family. I have this place where I live. Even that I have this clothes I'm wearing. Gratitude, because it's such a miracle that we have any of it. And if we can start with understanding that everything is a miracle and understanding that we need to have gratitude for it, what a beautiful way to start the day. I think all too often I forget to have gratitude every single day just for my life. Modeh ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shechazarta bi nishmati. Every morning I wake up and I need to say, thank you, God, for placing inside of me life so that I have a soul, so that I have life, so that I can exist from day to day. Gratitude. So let's have that today as we go into our quiet time and our breathing time. That if our thoughts take us away, let's notice if they're filled with gratitude or not. Let's get into a position so that we can be comfortable, yet strong. Whoops. There we go. Remember, we're just allowing things to be as they are for now. I just want to mention, right before this call, I was on a Zoom call with 9 other people that I experienced high school with. I was in a regional youth group, Nefti it was called, and we're all turning 60 this year. And I looked at those faces and I thought to myself, wow, we all have experienced so much since 1979 when we were together. We're all such different people. We all have our own families. And yet, when I saw all of them, I knew them. And I did have a feeling, an incredible feeling of gratitude for those people. Just wanted to share that. Here we go. Just breathing regular. Excuse me. See if you can feel the breath entering your body and leaving your body. See if we can just keep our concentration on our breath, our heartbeat, noticing our bodies, and just latching on to now, latching on to this moment. Obviously, our thoughts are going to come in, take us away from our breath. Sometimes I really welcome those thoughts because thinking about things that are important, but I can get back to that at the end of this. For now, I just need to be still. Present. So the moment you notice your thoughts are taking you away from your breath, in love and kindness and chesed, bring yourself back. Bring yourself back to the core of your breath, your heartbeat. last minutes together. It's the end of the week. For these last 5 minutes, we like to ask for certain feelings. On Thursday, we ask for a feeling of joy and a feeling of wholeness. And with each breath, you can say it out loud. You can say it to yourself or something in between. May I feel joy. May I feel wholeness. May I feel joy. May I feel wholeness. May I feel joy and wholeness. And just stay there for several breaths. May I feel joy. May I feel wholeness. As you say these words, sometimes I feel like I can't help but have a little smile come to my lips. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. Sometimes these two things are interrelated. But that feeling of wholeness, that you're a whole being, hard to come by in these times of COVID. So we ask to feel whole, to feel joy, to make these two feelings a part of our lives. May I feel joy. May I feel wholeness. If you'd like to invite someone to be with you in your mind's eye, and you can offer them these two blessings. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel joyous. May you feel wholeness. May you feel joy and wholeness. Just offer it right to that person. May you feel joy. May you feel wholeness. May you feel joy and wholeness. And now we can bring it back to ourselves again. I invite you to ask those questions for yourself. May I feel joy? May I feel wholeness? Just stay with that a little while. May I feel joy? May I feel wholeness? May I feel joy and wholeness? And for our last moments together, let's just go back into our breathing. Stay present for just a minute. Feel your breath. Feel your body. So glad you could join me tonight. I hope that you were able to find some stillness and peace. May you feel joyous and may you feel whole. Have a wonderful evening, a great Shabbat, and a fantastic weekend. We'll see you on Monday.